Ragnarok. Using a lock of missing Thor's hair, Tony Stark created a cybernetic doppelganger of the Thunder God, called Ragnarok. This will prove disastrous results when the cyborg betrayed the mighty Avengers. Hello and welcome to Centurions Corner, and today we are reviewing from Marvel Legends for Marvel's Ragnarok. Now I always thought Ragnarok was the annihilation of Asgard, a bit like the movie, but I never knew that there was an actual kind of robot Thor. Well, maybe I did, because I remember in the second Civil War, or the first Civil War, there wasn't a Thor, it was a robot Thor. Oh, maybe I do know about this guy. I don't know. It's just literally just come to me as I'm doing the review, to be honest. But yeah, he comes with his spinning hammer. I'm not going to say the name because I'm going to annihilate it. We've got an extra hand and the Thor normal head, and the nice window display, and the nice sort of wide sort of stance of the box as well. I missed out on the 80th anniversary of Thor, so this is kind of recreate it in a way. So on the side here we've got Thor Ragnarok here, same picture on the back, and then a larger picture here. I think it's a different picture because his arm's up on this side, so he's got this larger picture with his bio on this side. So without further ado, let's just crack this Thor open. So here he is in his blister pack, how he comes out of the packaging, and obviously we have got no extras here, but we can actually see his boots and that cape more with him being out of the packet as well. And this actually weighs a ton. I love it. I love it when you get a figure and it weighs quite hefty. So we're just going to pull him out, see what our first impressions are. The cape is actually behind the blister pack. Ooh, sorry about the noise, but yeah, here he is. Oh, I love that face sculpt there. It looks really cool with that robotness and stuff on there, and yeah, really nice to have a Thor. So we're going to go away, see what he can do, and we'll be back in a minute for his review. Pause the video just right here. It has come to my attention that Hasbro are changing this figure. If you do purchase this figure maybe in the future, he's only going to come with his robot hand, and he won't be coming with the flesh hand here that we have. The reason being, I do explain, and I think I've already explained in the previous part, but this is about 2 days later. The reason why is because I wanted a traditional Thor, but also have the Ragnarok as well, because I missed out before, and if I had the original Thor, would I purchase this figure? Probably not. So he's only going to have the robot hand, and the real flesh hand is going to be removed from the packaging, and it's probably going to retail at the same price as well. So I did do a quick upgrading, so I'll just show you now, because I don't get to the end of the videos, maybe you guys are the same. So I have gone over the eyes. He normally just has big red eyes. On this one, just plain red. So I did use the white to add on the back part here. I have done the black just around the top to give him a bit of sort of eyelash kind of liner with the black here. Then obviously the blue, and then back to the black to generate his blue eyes. And I'm quite happy how they turned out, to be honest. And I have darkened his eyebrows, which you will see in a minute. They're kind of washed out, so I have used a brown and a little bit of ginge in there to actually keep it a little bit more in line with his natural hair, rather than going too dark. But yeah, I'm really happy how this upgrading actually come out compared to the figure before. So I'll leave you now to go back to me from about 2 days ago when I did this review. So enjoy, and I'll see you again next time. Well, here he is. We've been away, we've taken his photos, and what can I say about this Thor Ragnarok? Well, first of all, I didn't have to go away and review his bio, because the actual bio on the back of the box told me that Tony Stark got a lock of hair and recreated Thor. And I kind of remember that. I kind of remember this guy going insane during the Civil War and he killed Goliath. So I think there's that. I don't need to go into any more particular details on that part. It's absolutely fine. But I mainly got him to be my Thor on the shelf with these extras, which is pretty cool. I'll just get the worst bit out of the way. He is absolutely... He looks fine. He looks great. And it is the Thor that I want on my shelf, you know, because I missed out the the 80s anniversary one. But his articulation is good, but the weight of the figure and any particular pose that you put him in, he just literally falls over. And I try not to swear on this channel, but if I see you next Tuesday, it's soon enough. It is absolutely awful. You can't put him in any kind of poses whatsoever, and he just literally just falls over. I was getting so angry with him because I just want to get him in these like dynamic poses, but you have to sort of like stop and put him in a bit of a more of a regular pose to keep his weight distribution across. So that's his major flaw. But apart from that, he can't stand in any particular way. He looks great. That, you know, that's the other part of this figure, and the articulation is there, which is cool. Anyway, we're getting to the actual review with his accessories. So he comes with an extra head and an extra hand to replace what's here and there, and then we got the normal hammer and then got it spinning as well. So with the hands, we actually close look up on this one. It's actually an overlarged hand. I had put it on another couple of Marvel Legends figures, and it does look oversized, so it is a slightly bigger hand if you wanted to use it on another figure. With his other hand, we've got this nice robot looking one here. The detail in there is pretty cool, the knuckles, and you've got a bit of a dark wash in there as well to really differentiate the sort of like mechanical parts on there. So you can simply just pull this out like so, and then plug in the other one, and then we have a normal human hand. The other accessory he comes with is obviously a removable head, so we get a closer look at this one. The actual robot part of it looks pretty cool. You can actually see his lips sort of slowly going down, where it's sort of melting and ripped apart. The actual sculpt as well goes right around underneath the chin and around at the back there, so it's pretty cool. Again, we've got a little bit of black wash in there, that red eye, with his hair coming down. Unfortunately, with the sort of hair, the way it's sort of ridged down over the back, there is no articulation in that head whatsoever, apart from a little bit of up and down. But we'll get into that when we go into his articulation. And then we could just pop this one off, and then we'll look through this one when we go through the sculpt once his head is on. The other accessory he comes with is obviously his hammer, and actually the detail on here, and you can actually see the actual writing on there, which is really nice, and all those little dentations there around on the actual iron hammer. Down into the brown handle with the little nub bit at the bottom with the swinging part. Taking that off, we can actually put him at the back here for a second while we go through his last accessory. So yeah, it's got it in a sort of like windmill sort of spinning motion for him, where he's like either going to smack someone in the face or fly off, and each hammer is actually recreated really nicely just in there. If you just wanted a bunch of hammers, you could actually just cut this out, and you could have, you know, about 10 Thor hammers there. You have got this bit here that spins. There he goes again, but there's no reason why, you know, because it's got the spinning rotation around on there. But it's pretty cool nonetheless, but I wish they kind of went for a bit of a hollower kind of thing, a little bit less detail in a way, because these feel solid. And the reason why it's annoying is because this is so heavy. So when you put it in his hand, his joints are not stiff enough to hold this up. So they do start sliding to one side. So you've got to kind of sort of like balance it on his head. But apart from that, again, it is cool. So looking at the actual figure himself, there's nothing I can really say about the figure. It looks really cool. It's just his articulation in the head is a bit annoying. So left, right, down, up. There's literally nothing there. Arm-wise, come up this far. It has got full rotation around on here, and it's on a hinge. Come up this way. There is a slight small butterfly joint there, but again, there's not much in there. We've got a rotation here at the upper bicep. We have a double-hinged elbow here, a rotation at the wrist, and it bends down as well. Hinge sort of at the waist. Well, it's on a ball joint here. So you can go left and right, a slight little diaphragm up and back, and then we have a full rotation here at the waist itself. Leg wise, can come up this far, back, hyperfire rotation. You can come out around this part. We have got a double knee joint in here, and then we have a boot swivel just in that cut there. It's kind of camouflage, and we've got a rocker and a pivot at the ankle. So again, articulation brilliant. It's just a shame about this ginormous large cape on the back. It's so big. It would be quite nice if it was straight, because you could use it as a stand, but because it's slightly to the side, it hasn't got enough weight in the middle to sort of hold him up either. But the actual sculpt of the figure, you know, it is Thor. It's done really good. You know, like, I don't think they could actually do any better than this at all. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe a little bit darker on the eyebrows, so they sort of like pop out a little bit. And the metal on the helmet would be quite nice to be a little bit more metal rather than plastic. But yeah, the actual, we've got the discs at the front, nice sort of arms and the veins, good hands. Down into sort of leg area, again we've got veins and stuff with the legs, and the boot wraps at the bottom. Nothing on the back really that really goes for him, and we've got the nice gold belt. So yeah, he is a good figure. Would I recommend him? It's kind of hard really. Yes, I would recommend him. I definitely would. Like, if you want a Thor on the shelf, it's a really good looking Thor. It's just look, he's going to go again. It's just a shame about his standingness. You know, it's absolute. I would normally edit all this out, but it's a bit of a joke. Right, there we go. And that's it. That's the only downside of the guy. You know, it is a big bummer. So anyway, we can do some size sort of proportions here. So we've got a general Spider-Man. I've kind of got different sort of sizes of Marvel Legends, what I call like. So they're the Cap and Spider-Man. Cap's always a little bit bigger. He's like the larger size of a normal Buck. And then we have the Hulk as well. So, you know, it shows off, like with Thor in the middle, with this Captain America and the Hulk, he actually looks really good. Looks great. Let's take him out. We can do some size comparisons to the Black Series audience. So we have a Stormtrooper, as you can see, like the size of him. The other size I think is good for a Black Series is a Darth Vader. And then the last but no means least, we have a Chewbacca for his size as well. So he's about the same size as Thor there. Looking cool. And the only G.I. Joe I got, I mean, I could chuck this in there for you G.I. Joe fans if you wanted a Thor to smash up your GIs. You know, he's just about that sort of size, bigger. But again, as you know, this guy's legs a little bit wobbly. So that's it. That is a size comparison there for you. Thank you so much for joining me in this one. What do you think about this Thor? Do you have that Thor from before? Has he got the same problems with this guy? Let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can like, subscribe, ding that bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.